One of the most fascinating elements of our planet for many people is something that no longer roams the Earth: dinosaurs. The age of the dinos is a truly fascinating part of our planet's history, and the evidence that we have of those beasts serves only to tantalize the imaginations of those who want conclusive answers as to what dinosaurs really looked like, what they ate, and how they interacted with their prehistoric world. Although we are a long way from answering all of these questions, the field of paleontology has gone a long way towards finding out new and exciting information about the dinosaurs of old. So today, here at Unexplained Mysteries, we will be diving into 3 recent scientific dinosaur discoveries and what we can learn from them. Cambridge scientists bioengineer little dinosaurs. Advancing technologies have huge implications for science and our knowledge and understanding of the world around us. One of these advances makes our world feel almost as though it were straight out of a science fiction novel. New biotechnology startup Dino DNA has teamed up with Cambridge scientists to attempt to bioengineer actual miniature dinosaurs. After securing an initial investment of over $34 million, the scientists at Dino DNA revealed their master plan. They will be attempting to recreate tiny versions of the prehistoric animals by piecing together existing fragments of DNA taken from fossilized skeletons. Shockingly, bringing back dinosaurs from the dead is not a novel concept. In fact, it was popularized in the scientific community by a book written by paleontologist Jack Horner in 2009, in which he suggested that the DNA of a chicken could be used as a base upon which old dinosaur DNA could be applied and used to recreate those long-gone creatures. It seems that this is actually a viable option given the advanced technology that scientists have access to today, although it is uncertain whether it is the route that Dino DNA will be taking. The chief scientific officer of the Dino DNA project, Dr. Ohm, has said that it might sound like science fiction, but genetic engineering technology has advanced so rapidly that we are quite confident our first dinosaurs will walk the Earth this summer. But he elaborated that safety is, of course, paramount, and so we have chosen a species that is small and friendly. Scientists working on the project have said that they hope that the creatures will be able to roam within the bounds of enclosed spaces where the public can interact with them. They chose to recreate a Compsognathus, that is on the smaller side and appears to have been relatively harmless, in the hopes that it will be friendly and could even be intelligent enough to master tasks such as collecting litter in parks or stray balls at a sporting event. Although Compsognathus would only grow to be the size of a turkey, it remains to be seen whether it will truly be harmless walking around amongst society. Mainly, scientists wish to use the Frankenstein dino for research as a representation of its much larger family members and fellow extinct Earth dwellers. In the meantime, should such a far-fetched sounding experiment actually succeed, researchers are planning to implement strict rules and regulations to eliminate the possibility of a rogue dinosaur escape and the potential for an invasive, genetically modified species to be let loose on Earth's modern-day wildlife. However, the operation has been undertaken under the utmost secrecy for security and information privacy concerns, as it is likely that there are several agencies that would love to get their hands on a real-life tiny dinosaur. As such, the location of the research facility that will be attempting to recreate prehistoric life, as well as the actual processes that will be undertaken in order to go from hundreds of millions of years old dinosaur DNA fragments to an actual living, breathing dinosaur, are being kept tightly under wraps. So, for the time being, we must wait and see whether or not the future of the world includes dinosaurs walking on the Earth once again. Prehistoric maternity ward discovered. We are constantly learning new things about the way ancient dinosaurs lived and how they interacted with the Earth in ways that are both similar to and different from the animals of today. Most recently, scientists and paleontologists discovered that many species of dinosaurs were not migratory and instead lived permanently year-round in the Arctic. This is interesting, as it means that they must have been incredibly hardy and well adapted to have been able to survive the intense temperatures and unwelcoming conditions of these prehistoric areas previously thought uninhabitable. This discovery was made by a team of researchers from Florida State University and the University of Alaska Fairbanks, who uncovered a large amount of the ancient remains of bones and teeth of prehistoric infant dinosaurs in what is now modern-day Alaska. This prehistoric nursery of sorts was incredibly significant because, up to this point, there had been an understanding among those who studied dinosaurs that they were cold-blooded and therefore unable to withstand the cold winter climate of the northern Arctic. However, such a prolific amount of fossilized evidence of young dinosaurs means that the species that they came from likely lived there year-round in a more permanent capacity. What's more, the infant fossils did not just come from a single species. It seems that there were at least 7 species that made the unwelcoming Arctic their home, including Tyrannosaurus, Hadrosaurids, and Triceratops. But how does the presence of baby dinosaurs indicate a non-migrating species? The scientists working on the project say that because the incubation times of dinosaur eggs could be as long as 6 months and no shorter than 3 months, there simply would not have been enough time to lay, incubate, hatch, and then make a significant seasonal migration with a young infant in tow. The researchers who made this discovery did so after an impressively tedious process. They had to take a perilous 4-day journey to the Arctic coast of northern Alaska and then collect their samples by rappelling down the faces of cliffs and gently scraping through sediment with dental tools to collect the fossils. They made this pilgrimage to Alaska every August for 10 years, slowly collecting their fossils and evidence, before they released their findings to the public with enough data to back up their claims. Now, all those researchers need to do is figure out exactly how these species weathered the intense temperatures. Although some speculate that they hibernated underground and dug burrows, significant research is still required for an answer to these questions. Iridium confirms an asteroid wiped out the dinosaurs. Scientists studying this 200-kilometer crater believe that it could have been caused by an 11-kilometer asteroid plummeting to Earth, vaporizing rock, causing a decades-long winter, and wiping out over 75% of the era's dinosaur population. This Iridium discovery appears to be one of the final pieces in a puzzle that scientists have been trying to put together for decades. Iridium is usually brought to Earth in asteroids, and it is incredibly rare to find it naturally occurring in the Earth's crust. Scientists believe that the asteroid of Chicxulub crater contained large amounts of iridium, which were vaporized into Earth's atmosphere on impact, thus accounting for the high iridium content found in the KPG extinction sedimentary boundary. In the case of the crater, the iridium layer was so thick that scientists were able to date the iridium dust to almost 20 years after the impact, offering further proof that the crater was the original source of the Earth-altering impact. Additionally, there is archaeological evidence of massive tsunamis in the Gulf of Mexico and Caribbean during this frame time, as though some unspeakably massive collision caused waves radiating miles from the point of contact. Researchers also suggest that the depletion of sulfur in the sediment layer surrounding the impact zone indicates that the sulfur was thrown into the atmosphere by the force of the blast and further contributed to the long winter and acid rain that we know accompanied the KPG extinction. Iridium is not the only astrological element that is prevalent in the KPG sites. There are several other elements usually only found in asteroids that occur in incredibly large amounts that are reciprocated through KPG sediment cores taken from 52 sites around the world. Sean Gulick, who was one of the scientists present for the expedition to the Chicxulub crater, said that the discovery of the other rare elements both at the site of the impact and the concurrent sediment layers throughout the world have all but confirmed that the extinction of the dinosaurs was caused by an asteroid impact in the Gulf of Mexico. We are now at the level of coincidence that geologically does not happen without causation, he said. It puts to bed any doubts that the Iridium anomaly is not related to the Chicxulub crater. The results of these conclusions have also been independently validated, proving that scientists are definitely moving in the right direction. But what do you make of these discoveries? Be sure to let us know your thoughts in the comments section below and help us by growing this community while working to solve these unexplained mysteries. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for more videos.